Amid rising tensions between North Korea and the United States, whispers of World War III are being heard. But what if, somehow, someway, North Korea won World War III? Welcome back to Life's Biggest Questions. I'm Charlotte Dobre. Though it is believed that North Korea's missiles cannot reach the USA, they have made it perfectly clear that they would love to strike the USA, if they could. The North Korean YouTube channel has released a video that depicts a nuclear strike on Washington. Using computer animation, the video titled Last Chance shows a ballistic missile flying through Earth's atmosphere and slamming into the Lincoln Memorial in Washington, D.C. The video states, "The United States must choose. It is up to you whether the nation called the United States exists on this planet or not." North Korea has 1 million men in its military, and another 13 million available. 1 million soldiers is not something to laugh at. They are ranked 23 out of 126 countries on globalfirepower.com. North Korea hopes that they will make the war so devastating to the US and South Korea that both those countries would just give up. The war would begin with the North Korean military firing thousands of rocket launchers and ballistic missiles at the South Korean capital of Seoul, which is just 20 miles south of North Korea and home to 13 million people. If North Korea feels threatened enough, they might even employ the use of nuclear weapons. Wars never go according to plan. To rule out the possibility of a North Korea win is foolish. One must remember, North Korea would not fight its fight alone. In the scenario where North Korea would win World War III, we would have to assume that becomes possible if North Korea's allies all ganged up on the United States. North Korea would be leading the charge, but it would be backed by its allies. Both China and Russia are allies of North Korea, and both have a large military arsenal. If North Korea won World War III, the entire Korean peninsula would belong to them. Korea would also probably be a free market authoritarian state like China or Vietnam, and it's likely that a large number of South Koreans would be killed or imprisoned. Nobody truly knows that much about North Korea. A satellite photo of the Korean peninsula shows the gap between the lights of economically advanced South Korea and the blackness that is North Korea. It is likely that the country would become more technologically advanced as well if they won the war and became less isolationist. In this situation, North Korea would win the war, but it would not become the most powerful country. China probably would. China is currently the second most powerful country in the world, and it also has far more people, 1.35 billion to be exact, and 2.3 million soldiers. China devastated the US in the Korean War, and it can do it again. Just because a country like the United States has the best military in the world, that doesn't mean that war strategy is irrelevant. Even with superior technology, training, experience, and funding, the US were still unable to defeat China in the Korean War. What the Chinese lack in those things, it makes up for in strategy. It is believed that China will surpass the US and become the most powerful country in the world at some point. Perhaps that time will come after World War III erupts. If China became the world's most powerful country, the sphere of influence would come from that part of the world. Therefore, North Korea would likely not be as isolationist as it is today. Perhaps the sphere of influence would result in the spread of socialism, but the Chinese are very interested in economic success. China's economy is growing at a rate of 9% per year. It is unfathomable that a country could be industrializing that quickly. But China does have a problem. Its population does not match its gross domestic product. Its people do not have the resources to adequately care for themselves. Because of this, China began exporting its people. China has developed its presence in many places across the world, like in Africa. More than 750,000 Chinese have moved to countries in Africa over the last decade. Some experts believe that China may increase its presence in Africa by hundreds of millions to tap into its resources. It's estimated that around 70% of African timber ends up in Chinese ports. China also has footholds in Latin America. It's now Brazil's #1 trading partner. One is to assume that if China became the world's foremost superpower, its people would be exported to most places on Earth. Chinese might rival English as a language and even overtake it completely. It is difficult to imagine what would happen in a situation where Asian powers became the dominant force in the world. A lot needs to happen before that can become an even remote possibility. What do you think would happen if North Korea won World War III? Write your responses in the comment section down below. I'm Charlotte Dobre for Life's Biggest Questions. Don't forget to like this video, share it with a friend, and subscribe to our channel.